Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and this is your stock watch list for 6/27 Tuesday. Pretty much of a quiet session in the markets today. The markets ended mixed. The Dow Jones ended up 15, the Nasdaq was down 18, and then the S&P was up fractionally. And so here's your futures for tonight, pretty much flat for the night. We are definitely in the summer doldrums. I think I did 2 trades today, and so that was it. You know, being very selective, and you know, better to be safe than sorry. So you know, that's pretty much, you just have to go with the flow right now. A lot of people are on vacation, so just trade, you know, carefully. Okay, you don't have to be in a trade all the time, and be very selective, and you know, I think you'll be better off. Some things coming out for tomorrow, some earnings for the before the bell and after the bell. Before the bell for tomorrow, Tuesday, we have CJR, DRI, FDS, INFO, and those are before the bell. After the bell, AVAV, CAMP, KBH. And KBH is a home builder. A little bit of Fed speak tonight, actually, at 4:05 a.m. John C. Williams will be speaking. We have Red Book at 8:55. 9 o'clock, we have K. Schiller for housing. State Street Investor Confidence Index, 10 a.m. Also, Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index at 10 a.m. Consumer Confidence, 10 a.m. Fed Speak again at 11 o'clock. Patrick Harker. And let's see, the API crude numbers, 4:30. So, you know, 4:30 API crude. So that's, you know, oil's been getting hit. We'll see what if we can have another drawdown, or what's going to happen with these numbers. Very important. 5:30 p.m. Neil Kashkari will be speaking, and that's your economic information for Tuesday. Let's see, the markets were up. I'm sorry, the markets gapped up, and then there was this Italian bank rescue information that came out, and then you know, we kind of slowed down in the market, but this was one of the reasons why the market was up you know, early today on this relief, the 17 billion euro rescue. And then for your earnings conference calls tomorrow, DRI 8:30, INFO 8 o'clock, NG Nova Gold at 11 a.m., FDS 11 a.m. After the bell, you have CAMP at 4:30. AVAV, and I think they're a drone maker, right? They're in defense. AVAV, I'll check on the chart real fast. And then KBH Home Builder is at 5 o'clock. So there's your conference calls. Hey, keep an eye on UNG, Nat Gas. Trump came out with some words, and I wrote them down, or I have them somewhere, and I'll read them to you when I find them again. That'll be in a moment or two. But and then the other thing was Congressional Budget Office released its scoring of the Senate healthcare overhaul bill. The CBO said measure over the next decade would lead to 22 million more uninsured Americans under the Affordable Care Act. The measure would also cut premiums and lower the federal deficit by $321 billion. Senate Republican leaders added a provision to their health overhaul legislation Monday. If it would impose a waiting period on coverage of 6 months for people who let their insurance lapse, a penalty, and keeping premiums affordable by making sure consumers maintain coverage when they're healthy. So they added a provision. The other thing in news today was Hertz rose big today, like almost 14%, after Bloomberg reported that Apple is leasing a fleet of cars to test self-driving technology. So Apple's going to lease some cars from Hertz to test self-driving technology, and Hertz went up 14% on that. But it sounds like Apple's trying to put Hertz out of business, but I don't know. What do I know? Okay, so we'll get this out of the way, and I'll show you the chart of Hertz real fast while we have it up. So here's the pop in HTZ, and also CAR car went up. Avis budget, that also went up 14% for the day. And if you look at the SPY, we had kind of a, you know, up, and then we pulled back. We're trying to get over this, you know, 244 level. We're in this tight wedge. You know, the bears can't make headway. The bulls can't make headway. So we're stuck in a range right now. And the Qs, actually a little bit more damage on the Qs today. And, you know, we'll just look at, while I have them up, we'll look at Amazon, you know, pulled back. Google pulled back. Tesla pulled back. Apple, what'd that do today? You know, Apple's still under the 50 SMA. Netflix, let's check that one out. And, you know, not a great candle on Netflix. And Facebook, also kind of a, you know, weak candle there on Facebook. So, you know, the big guys didn't do so well today. Let's just check out Priceline. Yeah, Priceline's hanging in there. All right, so I'll show you some news that happened after the bell. And let's see. AVXS announced closing of public offering. AVXS, that came out at 4 o'clock. ALNY had news after the bell. NEOS announced proposed public offering of common stock. Blue also had an offering after the bell. BLUE. What else was there? Oh, here you go. Blue Bird announced public offering. 350 million on the Blue offering. WDC after hours, they were down. They gave out fiscal quarter, fourth fiscal quarter outlook. And when I last looked at it, the chart, it was down. So let me just check that for you real fast. Hold on, I don't want to lose this. All right, and let's click here. So WDC, yeah, it was down after the bell, and STX was down in sympathy on WDC, talking about their earnings for fourth quarter. BABA got an upgrade and didn't do much after hours. This is a 5-minute pre and post market chart. 55 EMA on that chart, the yellow line. And what else? Oh, AMRN. This one got a this one Cantor started overweight, $10 price target. AMRN bio stock. All right, so keep that in mind. So I should add that to the list. I'll add that to the list. FNJN, these guys all started a public offering also, and that stock was down. This was a big runner, and down after hours on that public offering. What else? The shippers were moving in after hours. Tops popped, announced key financial information after reverse stock split. So Tops popped, then it pulled back, and all these shippers were popping after hours, and they were getting some buying today, the shippers. So somebody thought they knew something. You got the pop. You see the pop here in a dries after hours, and then it gave it back. But might keep some of those on watch for tomorrow. AKS came out with a Form SC13G, and LLC, Integrated Core Strategies LLC. They got a stake, 6.9% AKS. Didn't do much after hours. And here, Trump wants a fair trade relationship with India. Removal of barriers to U.S. trade. Trump says we'll sign deals on natural gas, trying to get price up. So, you know, keep your eye on UNG. Did it do anything? You know, it's been trending up. And let's just see the daily. Here's the daily UNG popping back above the 20 SMA on UNG. All right, so keep your eye on that one. Maybe some nat gas plays for tomorrow. What else? Oh, here's your insider purchases. RTNB, 10% owner purchased 22,814 RTNB. Any action in that one? RTNB. Nothing much. Monsanto had some news. Monsanto's glyphosate. California lists Monsanto's glyphosate as causing cancer. Great. So, and then Monsanto was up on that news. Oh no, or was it was actually down and then it moved up. So great. All right. So their stuff causes cancer and the stock moved up. But keep your eye on that one. May go down. Anything else in these? There's the FNJN, NEOS, NEOS. Stock offering 30 million in shares. Cantor Book Manager. RGEN proposed public offering. SGMO public offering. Voya price offering 400 million in senior notes. IPO. ESQ launches initial public offering common stock 1.8 million shares. Iron ore Q3 forecast cut 23% by Morgan Stanley. So that came out after the bell also. I think that's about it for the news. And let me get this out of your way. We got you set up for tomorrow with some information. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to mention. The bank rescue, UNG I mentioned. I did 2 trades today, and one was in that MBRX. So I played this one over, I think it was 125 or so. Yeah, 124, and went up to 152. And I'm out of that. I'm not holding anything. I'll try to replay it tomorrow maybe on MBRX. So let's go through the watch list for tomorrow and give you some idea generation for tomorrow. ABIL. Looking for this 150 break. A lot of topping tails, though, on this ABIL as it gets up near this 150. But 1.9 million shares traded. The 100 SMA is right up there, curling down. It's at 167. So I'll have this on watch. It doesn't look too promising, though. CAMT curling back up. This one looks interesting. I talked about this one last week also. Looking for that $6 break, right? And to get back over this 20 SMA. There was a previous high on this of 609. So maybe like 605 might be enough to get this CAMT going. CBIO, nice pop, 2.3 million shares in CBIO, and I didn't trade this one today, but it has a high of 504. We closed at 454, so we're quite a ways from that $5 area. Maybe if it can get back over, 470, 475, maybe a continuation move, or let it set up intraday. CNAT, nice pop, nice volume. We went as high as 575. Amazing, right? How those numbers come into play. And also we came into the the bottom of the gap here, right? Trying to fill the gap maybe. So CNAT, this one will be on watch. CTMX, getting over the 50 SMA now, right? And maybe trying to break out over 1505 was the high. And but volume only 300,000 shares. But if it does break this 15 level, volume could come in on CTMX. DCTH, this is an under a quarter, under 25-cent stock, but these things have been getting volume, so I'll have it on watch, but it's not really my style to play those penny under even under a quarter, maybe under $1, like 80 cents. I'll try them, but I like stocks that are above $1 for myself. But you never know. You got to kind of adapt in this market. 135 is the high on eyes, so maybe over that 135. EYES might get going. FEYE. This one I'm watching for this 1575, 1580, I think was this candle right here, 1599. So maybe over that 1580, and then we can continue through past 16 hack. The ETF not looking so great, but FYE did have some buying in it today, so I'll have it on watch again. I did not get into it today. FIT bouncing off the bottom, thing is slammed down, still below the 50 SMA. You see it hit the 50 SMA right here, and we're coming up to it again. You know, if it can get through 550, 555, maybe the shorts get nervous, but then you have the 100 SMA right up here. But almost 11 million shares traded in FIT. You know, probably chatter rumor going around. GLBS, one of these shippers, daily chart looks terrible, but like I said, there was this action after hour on the Tops news, but most of them gave back most of the gains after hours, but I'll keep it on watch to see. GoPro, nice pop today, 3.5 million shares. You know, if this can get back over 825, 830, maybe, you know, GoPro will come out of its slump. I mean, it's been down for a while, right? Here's the weekly chart. I mean, it's just been crushed, right? This thing was as high as $100, and it kind of looks like dries, right? You know, maybe, you know, a lot of junk is running right now. Maybe GoPro will give us a trade tomorrow. So HOS, you know, looking for this high day break. 286 was the high. Maybe 290 is enough to get this HOS going. It's holding up above the 50. Oil, you know, still battling here on the USO at 875. XOIL is WTI oil. You know, we're back above this 43 level. So bulls in oil bulls are trying to make a stand and turn it back up, but you know, it could just be a fake out bounce, but we'll see. But there's oil, so I'll have that HOS on watch, and I think I have no, that didn't do much today. OAS, let's check out ExxonMobil, didn't do much either. Next one up, we talked about Hertz already. I'll have it on watch, but I know it looks to me like Apple's, you know, trying to get rid of Hertz, but they're going to lease some cars. So IDRA, this one, 3 million shares traded, not a very, you know, well, you know, it was down here. Buyers came in and closed at 190. It's trying to get over this 400 SMA, purple line right here. This one, if it can get over $2, maybe. So we'll see. And next one up is INO. We're looking for this 850 break. This kind of a chart I like. It's above the moving averages. So if we can break out over the highs, which was 843, so we'll call it 845, or you can wait for that 850 break. 1.3 million shares traded. I mean, this gapped up on news, comes all the way down, they pop it again, they push it down, and then the buyers keep coming in. The only thing is, you know, we're a little late to the party on this. You know, it's been up several candles, but you know, from 775 to 850, it's not up that much, so we'll see if it sets up. IPXL, you know, looking for this break over 17, maybe 1695 is enough to get this IPXL going. 1 million shares traded in that name. Mara, this is another one of these under $1 stocks, but look at this volume coming in, 32 million. And so the high on this is probably what, 55? Yeah, 55 cents. Over 56, 57 cents. You know, maybe this one might give you a nice trade. The 100 SMA is not in the way till about 75 cents on Mara. So if you like those under $1 names, they seem to be moving this summer so far. MBRX, I'll have it on watch again tomorrow. We are getting above the 150 SMA, the orange dotted line here. 5.5 million shares traded. Some of those were mine that were traded today. So maybe over 155, 156, we might get a continuation move. MBRX. Momo, you know, trying to get back over this 40. I think if this thing clears $40, this MOMO might get going. So keep your eye on this MOMO. RIGL, nice chart setting up here above all the moving averages. We had 1.3 million shares traded. 290 was the high, so over 290, possible $3 break. Just take note, we did come up to and get over 3 here and then failed. Let me open this for you. But you know, second time might be the charm. So second time on that one, it might go. Sino, just because of the shippers, it did pop. in after hours on SINO. So we'll see. SORL starting to turn back up, but you know, I would like to have seen a little more volume in this. It's just under 750 SORL. This one was hot as a pistol after, I think it was the earnings here, and then takeover chatter, and now they're trying to turn it back up. It never broke the 50 SMA on SORL. SRNE, looking for this 225 break on the name. Almost 3 million shares traded. The high is 220, so over 220 or 225. Maybe it gives us a nice, you know, fill the gap trade on SRNE. TK, just another shipper, big volume, almost 4 million shares, 1, 2, 3 candles up, trying to get up through this 650. You know, we'll see if this TK can, you know, in the energy sector get moving. This one was the cause of all the action after hours. Here was the pop and tops. I showed you the news from the trade exchange earlier in the video. So popped and then pulled back. So we'll see if that wants to do anything. UNG. You know, this might want to get going. It's starting to turn the corner here, getting back over the 20 SMA. Perhaps with Donald Trump comments, you know, there might be some nat gas plays. I think COG is one, so that popped. LNG, that moves nat gas around, moved up a little bit today. TEL, I think, does the same thing as LNG. So this one might get moving. So there's some ideas there. And then ZN, this is an oil and gas company, and so it's 280 high, and so if we can get back over that 280, this previous high was 285. I'd let it clear 285, but if you do want to jump in earlier, if it gets back over, you know, 282 on ZN, you might get a continuation move. It did have a big pop up to $4, and actually, you know, never gave much of it back. It's been holding this 5 EMA recently, holding above the 10 SMA on the daily chart here, and so we'll see, you know, if that you know, wants to make a move tomorrow on ZN. So guys, that's pretty much it for the stock watch list for tomorrow. You have earnings tomorrow, so you know, it'll be Tuesday. Maybe there'll be a little more action in the markets. And thanks for listening. This has been your stock watch list for 6/27. Have a great day trading tomorrow. If you want, you can reach out to me on Twitter, and you know, DM me, or you know, if you have any questions, you know, give me a tweet, send me a tweet, and really appreciate it when you guys retweet my videos. That's probably the best thing you can do to show your appreciation, and I hope they're helping you. And I got comments on the music. There won't be any more music during the videos, but I like a little music for the intro and at the end, so I'll be putting the music in during those spots. All right, so that's the compromise. All right, have a very nice evening. Thank you so much. This has been Zozo Stock Watch. You're more ready for 6/27 than you were before, and have a great day.